are. And so we take a bite using the neurotransmitter, and if they have entrapped disc, we do that. We do exercises to try and capture the disc first. And then the bite in the jaw's relaxed state is recorded and determined by the muscles and not by the teeth at all. So where a traditional splint is just a piece of plastic that goes between the teeth, 2 mils thick all round, this one here is on no particular, it's just determined by the muscles. And you can see it's not equal thickness, it's just wherever the neurotransmitter takes me to on her relaxed muscles, that's where it is. Okay? And we make an orthotic that fits that. And we test it the same way that we tested her own bite. We put this split screen just resting and then the new bite. And we want to see that there's no more headaches. There's no more firing of anything because it's calm, it's happy. And that's where I know when I put that bite into her, no more pain. And she actually hadn't had pain. The minute we put the new bite in, no more pain, for 5 years now. Okay, so this is, so we can actually do a fixed orthotic or a removable orthotic, depending on the case, depending on what the patient's in for and whether they want a full mouth rehab or not. Usually, if they're a pain patient, we always start with a removable. We don't want to do anything at all permanent until we get them out of pain. All right? So that the bonded orthotic is what we just put over the teeth. We don't prepare the teeth or prep them, we just bond over with a wax up. Okay, so the orthotic is worn for at least 3 months to relieve any symptoms before anything else is done. And we refine it as the jaw system heals, we refine it until the patient is pain-free. And then long term, the patient can either just wear the orthotic at night, like a splint, or they can have ortho to move the teeth into the place where we found the ideal bite, or we can do restorations like crowns or veneers or inlays or onlays, or a bite adjustment if it's a very minor change. So an improper bite can even change a patient's appearance. You can see this man who had a very deep bite. With a new bite, his profile is just so much better. And his muscles are much more relaxed. And if you look at the side view, the profile. So this is, I'm just going to go through some case studies with you. So this is a patient, Sharon. I think she's a new mutual patient of ours. She came in, and if you look at her medical history, she had almost every single symptom there. Pain in joints, pain in ear, pain around the eyes, pain in lower jaw, upper jaw, pain in neck, shoulder, forehead, facial muscles, sounds in joints, clicking, snapping, vertigo, dizziness, stomach upset, ringing in ears, headaches, you name it, they got it. Okay, and fullness and pressure blockage in ear and inability to open mouth. So there's quite a lot, and obviously constantly she found it difficult to, where else? Don't know. So awakens with dry mouth, so she's probably a mouth breather as well. What is the chief concern? Pain is extreme. Teeth has been straightened by braces? Yes. Teeth have been removed for braces? Yes. She had, what else did she have here? She had cortisone injected into joints 10 years ago by an oral surgeon. She had actually child abuse when she was young. And she had a fractured skull from young. So it started from back then. Anyway, this is a chronological, she's been to lots of specialists, which I've blocked out, so to keep it private. And she had been in pain for all of her life. So I'll just show you her.
There, Sharon, this is the first appointment. I'd like to just go through some of your signs and symptoms and record everything down before we begin.
Yeah.
So can you tell me about the pain in your jaw joints?
I have this feeling of extreme pain in both sides of my jaw and goes up into my head, into the cranial system, and then down my neck, down all the way down the left side of my spine to coccyx.
Right, okay.
And it feels like it's vibrating, like I'm having an earth tremor in my body.
Okay. And is that constant?
Yes, severe.
Yes. And does it stop you from sleeping?
No, it stops me from working efficiently.
Yeah. Okay. And so you've got pain in your jaw as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, lower and upper jaw. So
Yeah, it's this whole cranial system.
yeah, everything.
Bones.
Everything within it. Yeah. In forehead, facial muscles.
Yeah.
You've got grating sounds in your joint as well.
Yeah.
Is that both sides?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Can you describe the sound in your joint? Is it clicking, snapping, popping? Or
Clicking.
clicking? Yeah.
Clunking.
Clunking? Okay. And vertigo, how often do you suffer with that?
It's all the time.
All the time?
I feel sometimes I feel dizzy now.
Okay.
And I do manage it, like I kind of
Wobble around, yeah. And stomach upset?
yeah.
Yeah. Ringing in your ears, both sides?
Severe right now.
Severe, okay. And yeah, okay. And you have blockages in your ear, or feel pressure in your ear as well?
Yeah, I feel pressure above the ear and the ringing in the ears, and then pain underneath the ears. Pressure.
Okay. And you've got partial sporadic inability to open your mouth?
Yes.
How much can you open today? Just that? Yeah.
Two
Two
fingers.
fingers today. Okay. Difficulty in chewing? No, not really.
Okay, so anyway, so going through all her health history, not much in her health, but when we come to looking at her, can you see the facial asymmetry? Her jaw is skewed towards her left, her eyes are not level, she's got a head tilt, left shoulder is higher, and the left earring you can see is dangling lower than her right. So if you look at the lines of her face, she's totally, a bit misaligned. Okay. And on an examination, you see she's got a class 2 on her left and class 1 on her right. And her lower jaw is rotated or shifted towards her left. And she has high arch, narrow palate, one premolar missing in the maxilla. And lots of wear, missing molars, heavily restored posterior teeth, and also lots of wear on the front. So after we take some cone beams off her jaws, you can see that her condyles are actually beaked a bit forward, so it does indicate that the lower jaw is probably pushed back too far. Okay. So what we do again, take all the EMGs. These are her baselines. You can see that she's really got very high, her shoulder muscles are really tense, which tends, when you start to learn all this, you tend to see what muscles are firing and you know what's wrong. Okay, so that's a kind of deeper level, which I won't go into detail with. But so that's her rest before treatment. We do lots of clench tests. You can see that the first lot of clenching, she has hardly any strength at all. We put some cotton rolls in and the strength increased, which tends to suggest to me that her vertical is probably too closed up as well, okay? We do lots of different ones. You can see this one here is actually the opening pattern of her jaw. When she opens, she swings right over to her left and then back again. Okay, she also is very guarded. The velocity is very slow. When she opens, she cannot move fast. And her resting, her freeway space, you can see it's only 0.6 of a mil in vertical height.